Goof. Elect Phil Murphy sat down with television station News 12 for his first one-on-one interview since winning the November 7 election to succeed Chris Christie as New Jersey's governor. Here's a look at what the Democrat discussed in the conversation, which aired Saturday, including what his top priorities will be after he's sworn in January 16 and what inspired that infamous dance step he made before his victory speech. Murphy's election has left New Jersey wondering when will the state legalize recreational marijuana. Soon, Murphy said. As soon as we can get there. We want to get this ball rolling. This is a 2018 priority. Democrats who control the state legislature have already introduced bills to legalize and tax pot. Murphy has vowed to sign the initiative into law. But it's unclear how long it will take. Some say it could be delayed more than a year. But Murphy, a former U.S. ambassador to Germany, said it's needed not only to help pump money into the state's coffers but also to help cut down on incarceration rates. As for where the tax revenue from marijuana would go, we've not said there's a specific use for these proceeds, Murphy said. We're open-minded to that. Murphy has also promised to fully fund the state's education formula, arguing it's been underfunded by $9 billion under Christie. That, he says, will lead to reductions in the state's property taxes, the highest in the nation. School taxes are the biggest portion of taxpayers' property tax bills. That's a year 1, 2018 priority, Murphy said. That's direct relief for the middle class. Murphy is calling for a $1.3 billion increase in spending to help fund not only education but transportation and public worker pensions. To pay for it, he says he'll grow the economy, institute a tax increase on wealth residents, close corporate tax loopholes, and legalize and tax marijuana. Murphy, a multi-millionaire former Goldman Sachs banking executive, doesn't expect New Jersey's rich residents to revolt if he institutes a millionaire's tax as he's promised. That is, if he and Democratic leaders can deliver real relief to the middle class and real growth from the middle class. If we can do that, the wealthiest among us, the big corporations, will say, that was money well spent. They put that money to good use. Because they got these engines fired up again. New Jersey is growing again, Murphy said. And when that happens, everybody does well. The interview came shortly after the U.S. House of Representatives passed a federal tax overhaul pushed by President Donald Trump and the Republicans who control Congress, who say it will lead to lower tax rates across the country. But Murphy and leaders from both parties in New Jersey have blasted the legislation because it could hammer New Jersey by eliminating the ability of taxpayers to deduct their state and local income or sales taxes, as well as capping the property tax deduction at $10,000. In the interview, Murphy called the House's vote a disastrous step, and he criticized U.S. Representative Tom McCarthy, a third, who was the only member of New Jersey's 12 congressional members to vote in favor. I don't for the life of me understand why Rep. McCarthy voted for it, Murphy said. The other 4 Republican congressmen did not, to their credit. For his part, McCarthy said the bill will ultimately be positive for the state because it will lower tax rates overall, preserve of some of the property tax break, and eliminate the alternative minimum tax that doesn't allow the state and local tax deduction in its calculations. McCarthy has been discussed as a possible Republican challenger to Murphy in the 2021 gubernatorial race. The U.S. Senate has to pass the legislation for it to reach Trump's desk. I desperately hope the Senate comes out in a different place. Because it's a potentially disastrous bill for New Jersey, particularly for the middle class and seniors, Murphy said. This is right versus wrong.